Tower of God is back. Oh my days, I can't believe it. It's been 1 freaking year. Man, 1 year of waiting for this. Deserved. 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 The CU needed all of the rest that he could have. He had problems with his health. Hopefully that 1 year was enough for him to recover enough so that he can continue writing and giving us a reasonable amount of work. Hopefully, he can now maybe take some breaks so that we can have a continuous time of getting Tower of God and not having a year break again. Hopefully, his health obviously lets him do that. But let's go for what we're here for, the episode. Now, what we learned from this was the game. The game that was mentioned from the episode before after Bam and the team broke through the wall, through the needle, and were met with the Corp Army Fifth Commander. All right. So what was the game? Now we learn in here the name of the game is, and I'm sorry if I'm bad at saying this, Gak Ja Do Sa Eng. I think it's something like that. But it means that each of the players will have their own separate fights in their respective parts of the map to get to where they want to go. Okay. It's also being held at a cat tower and several fields around it, which we can see in the comic. We know about it also that some canines are being held inside the tower as like an insurance for them to play the game, basically. Because if they don't play, they'll die. And even if they play, they can still die, a few of them, because they need to save them all. So it's really a difficult one. Is there a reward to winning this game? Yes, there is. They go to wherever they need to go, which means Bam could get straight into his master. Calivan would go all the way straight to get his revenge with the fourth commander of the fourth army corp. Yama would be probably fighting the fifth army corp, I'm assuming, and then Evankil, we know he wants to get to a specific place in the nest. Now, this game is also overseen by the administrator, which means that it's a big, big thing. Now, here comes it. There are rules. There are rules to this game that the fifth commander made. So the rules are not very difficult. So here they are. So first of all, there are three teams. Now, the first team is composed of only 4 captains. Now, we know the captains are the people who want to go a specific place. So that would be Bam, Evankil, Yama, and Calivan. Easy peasy. Now, the next team is the team that goes into the cat tower to save the canine people, as well as support the captains. Now, one more team is there also, which is the ship team. People that stay basically behind inside the ship. Now, also, one of the rules is that any canine people who are not saved during the game will be trapped there forever and eventually die, obviously. This was actually what was said to bring Yama back out of the ship to see everyone at the time. Now, another rule of this game is that this isn't your normal fighting game. This is a turn-based game. Now, there are 10 minutes per turn where you can do stuff in, and then you can have a maximum of 20 turns per map that you're going to be residing on. Those are the basic rules. Now, there was one extra rule implemented there, and that is the rule that if Bam fails to get to where he needs to get to, which is to his master, in only 20 turns, the teleportation will be blocked and his master will be trapped in that giant floating island. Now, this means that there's a smaller time, so people need to be fast to get to where they need to get. Not take 20 turns per map, but do it as fast as they can. Otherwise, it will be a lot harder to do what they want to do, technically, which is to save his master. Now, if we look at all of these rules, well, at least to me, it makes me think that the objective of this game is basically let's slow the progress of Bam's team, divide them, because basically that's what they're doing. Each of them will be fighting different battles in separate places, in separate maps, and they all go to different places. So they would all be divided. So if they are dividing them, it means that it will be easier to eliminate them, to get rid of them, or to even just be able to fight them with more strength, because they will be divided, so they can use more forces against just one individual and his supporters. So that, I believe, is the objective of the game, is to make sure that the army has a lot more advantage against Bam's team. So that's, I think, pretty simple to understand. Now, those are the rules of the game, and that's what the game was about. This is what we wanted to see. So hopefully, from next episode onwards, because we do see that all the captains and everywhere gets already teleported to where they want to be. So hopefully, the next episode is literally about the fight, a little bit more of each thing that's happening, and that is going to be amazing. Now, another thing that we find out right at the end of the chapter is that the 4th Army Corps and its commanders are waiting to join the game inside their own ship. Now, this means that maybe Caliban might find them faster and change his destination accordingly, because technically speaking, Jin Sun Ha is also Caliban's master. So that means that maybe he could be joining Bam, to actually save his master faster than what we would expect, because that means that he doesn't have to go get his revenge. He would already gotten his revenge and could help save his master, maybe. Who knows? Another thing that we also see is that the princess is making sure that the rules of the game are going to be put in activating, put it like that, because she's saying that she will activate the 10. Well, they're making the machine activate the teleporter so that they put Jin Sun Ha on that tower, stopped there, 10 minutes after the 20 turns have passed. So we know that maybe, this is a big maybe, the princess might be the final boss, call it like that, before Bam can free Jisoo. I think that might be that, because it makes sense. She's the one that's in there, technically with him. It would be an interesting thing to see him fighting one of the princesses. Will it happen? We have no idea. It's just speculation, obviously. But we'll see what the next chapter brings us, and I hope you enjoyed a little bit of information about the chapter that just came out, and next week I will try and do the exact same thing. So if you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.